So we're gonna go to Best Buy, and I'm gonna take the highway, and I'm gonna show you how, you know, the OG get down. And I'm gonna also show you. So wait, when I say how the OG get down, I've only been riding for 2 years, but my motorcycle only has 1,078 miles on it. So that's how long I've been riding, is 1,078 miles. So when I say OG, I just mean like to life in general, not to motorcycles. So so for you new riders, this is how you're going to start off on the highway. You know, this is how you're going to start off, and I'm going to show you. All right, I'm going to put this visor down. I'm pretty sure that light's about to turn green. Oh, no, not yet. So the main thing is you need to know everything that's going on around you at all times, especially when it's time to switch lanes. You gotta be covering the brakes and be ready to slow down. Not come to a complete stop, but you gotta be ready to slow down. Here we go. All right, so we're entering the highway. This is how I do. Don't ride in that middle lane because there's too much, you know, there's grease slicks built up right there, right? You want to pick up your speed. You know, you want to kind of merge yourself in. Don't just throw yourself slam in. And this is rush hour, so this is going to be really easy. This will make it super easy for all of us, okay? All right, so when you're a new rider, you just want to do 1, maybe 2 exits at a time, right? So you're going to stay in this lane until you reach your next exit. Then you're gonna get your happy ass off, okay? Now, let's say we did that. We did that a few times. We stayed in this lane, we took the exit, and then let's say we wanna try it again, right? And then we do that again, but do it for 2 exits, okay? But here's the thing. Eventually, you wanna get out this right lane. That's the goal, is to get out of this daggone right lane. And don't be in the middle of the freaking joint either, you know what I'm saying? Don't be in the middle. Because like I said, there's oil in the middle. So eventually you want to get out this far right lane. Too much is going on over here in this right lane. I'm gonna tell you what's going on over here. Checking behind me. Cars are coming on the highway and exiting the highway in this lane. So there's a lot of movement over here. In my opinion, this is the least safest lane to be in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start working in that far left lane. I'm gonna check my mirror, make sure it's clear, and it is. Boom, boom. Ooh. We're in the second lane. We in the second lane now, boys. All right, now there's a Big Mac truck right there. Right there. All right, you want to know what's in front of you. You want to know what's behind you and all that stuff, you know? So, anyway, boom. Now, we in the second lane. Oh, yeah. Now it's time to get in the third lane, baby. Third lane is clear. It's clear. And boom. Now we in the third lane. We riding high, baby. We can pick up a little bit of speed. Just a little teeny bit, okay? Boom. Now... all right, now you got 2 choices. You can either ride it out in this lane until your exit is approaching, or you can just stay in this lane or get in the 4th lane over there. Boom, the 4th lane I think is going to be probably the safest lane because there's no cars trying to get on the highway and get off the highway from right there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really say there like that. I'm just saying there because it feels good to say right there. So I really say there. You want to say over there. So boom. All right. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get over there. Boom, it's clear. Bam. Now we over here. And mind you, I'm not riding directly in the middle of the lane because of the oil right there. You don't want to build all that oil up on the bottom of your tires and go for a turn and skid out or try to brake, and you can't brake because you got all that oil built up on your tires from riding in that middle. So you want to stay close to this white line. And plus, another reason is you want to stay close to this white line is to show that you're here. See, like this truck over here, this Big Mac truck, he can see me in his side view mirror if I stay right here. You know, if I go over there, he won't be able to see me that well. So lane position is important. You want to make it clear that you are here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See, look, the truck is looking right at me. He's waving at me. My man, see? That just goes to show lane position and how important that lane position is. I hope that was caught on video. I hope that it was, because that just goes to show what I'm talking about as far as lane positioning. He just looked right at me and waved like, hey, buddy. That's my guy right there. I don't but still, that's my guy. Boom. Anyway, we still going straight. We got this Ford behind me. He's chilling. He knows I'm here. Plus, I got this bright yellow backpack on. You know, that way it makes it easier for him to see me. You see how I'm doing right here with this truck? I'm staying right here in his view, so that way he can see me. You know, he can't just cold barge his way into this lane. And just like that car right there, you know, same thing. Staying in the position where he can see me. Boom. Now we just coast out. At this point, we chilling. Rush hour was a good time to get on here because traffic isn't going that fast and it's easier to explain it and break everything down. But when we're going at high speeds, honestly, I probably can't even talk because, you know, I gotta be ready. My reflexes gotta be on go. You know what I'm saying? Man, it feels good to ride though, man. It really do. And just to let y'all know, like, you know, I don't ride as much as I intended on riding just because, you know, life is busy for me, man. I work a lot, you know, I work a lot. And that's part of the reason for why I got the motorcycle. But it's because, you know, I need this time to decompress and woosah. So we're staying focused though. We're staying focused. We're making sure that these people in that right lane see me, you know, so that way they don't try to say, oh, let me get over here in this left lane and boom, smash me, you know. And if they do try to come over, I got room to swerve to the left. I got room to left swerve on that ad, you know. All right. So this is my message to y'all newbies. This is how you operate on the highway. Far left lane. You don't want to be over there in that right lane. There's too much going on, you know. People trying to get in that lane. People trying to get out of that lane at the same time. You want to be over here in the far left lane where you chilling, you know. Let me take up some speed. So we can do that right here. When you pick up some speed and then the traffic starts to slow down, you want to check behind you. Don't forget to check behind you. Make sure that person behind you is stopping, you know. Woo. And if they are not stopping, what are you going to do? What you going to do if they're not stopping? You going to hold your hand up and tell them to stop? Are you going to speed up and accelerate? Well, you're gonna squeeze right in between those two cars right there. That's what I'm gonna do. If I'm coming up here and that car in front of me is stopping and the one behind me ain't stopping, I'm squeezing right in between those two cars. There's plenty of room. All right, so let's work on getting off the highway. So we're gonna check our mirrors, one lane at a time. Boom. All right, we want to get in everybody's view so that way they can see me. Make sure this truck driver can see me. We're gonna get off the highway now. Boom. Look. Lane. Boom. Get ready again. Lane change. Boom. Look. Lane change. And bam. Now we're about to get off the highway. So this is my video and my message to the new riders, and you know what, some of y'all old school riders too, on how to ride on the highway safely. Anyway, it's your boy OG Kenny Lee once again with another video. Man, it feels good making these videos, man. And for all of y'all that's been, you know, hanging in there, subscribed to the channel, man, I appreciate y'all. Man, I'm still gonna come out with new content, just not as much because, you know, your boy work all the time, but I appreciate y'all for sticking in there. In the meantime, holla back. Peace.